Hey folks, so welcome back to the vlog. I just want to give you an aerial view of what we're dealing with. Well, there are the three homes that made it on PCH in front of my condominium. Then the devastation begins, and this is home after home after home, and you can see just how close they are to the water. So ironic that there's 200 billion gallons of water 15 feet away from something that burnt to the ground because it couldn't get any water. But as we go down the strand and we see the devastation, we now turn around and we head toward famous landmark Duke's. Duke's is a tourist destination. People go there, have breakfast and brunch and dinner and cocktails on the balcony. And Duke's miraculously made it. It's been there for years, probably 50 years. That's Los Flores Canyon. Los Flores Canyon leads down directly to the front door of Duke's. It just goes right into the front parking lot of Duke's restaurant. Duke's was a staging area for the fire department and many other rescue services because it was untouched, unburnt, and made it unscathed through the fire. But then the rains came.
Now, that same mudslide is to blame for an extended closure of PCH this morning. Came down towards Duke's restaurant, causing flooding, even trapping people inside.
And when the rains came, the water came right down Los Flores Canyon and right through the front door of Duke's. And ironically, Duke's, who was spared from the fire, has now been destroyed from the thing that puts fires out, water. Now let's find out if my condo has any power. Inspected, lawful occupancy permitted. Inspector comments, no damage. Is the power on though? Because I cannot live in a dwelling without power. Wow, I mean, look across the street. Look how close this fire came to this home. That's 20 feet away, and that thing was completely burned up. I said I wanted to ride out the fire in my cold plunge tub, but no, we had to evacuate. The garage door will tell us if the power is on. Go, Genie! Go, little Genie! Curse you, Genie! I don't think the power is on. You cope how you want to cope. Don't judge me. The water's on. The power's off. But one step closer to living in this place would be the gas on. I think the gas is on. I hear the gas. I think I have my... Where's my crack pipe? Here we go. Okay, let's see. Does anything work around here? Wait. Okay, I got a better way. The trusty gas fireplace. No. No gas. No power. No can do. So when is the power going to be back on? We don't know. We don't know. Now this you shot before. But for some reason the stuff looks different, doesn't it? I feel like the garage doors are gone now. Is that why we're seeing into all these places? And look at that. That's very World War II. The tower sort of half there. And this place, completely made of cedar shingle, didn't get touched. That's all wooden cedar on the outside. Didn't get touched. Well, these guys look like they're doing something. So these guys are working. Somehow this is more devastating than it was last time. Does it feel that way to you? Is it because all the garage doors are down and we can see through the house? It was insightful that the place burned in the 90s, and that's why there's steel in a lot of these buildings that I thought were from the 50s or 60s, but there wouldn't be steel in a building from the 60s, 70s, even 80s. And this is the place that got hit, but maybe salvageable. The liquor store's open. Good news. So these houses would just cantilever right off the side of the hill. They would build on the side of a hill, dig a footing, pour concrete footing, put some steel on the footing, and come right up. These two houses are sister houses, because if you look at the design of the steel on that foundation and you look at the one on this one, you'll see they're exactly the same and built at the same time. So these were sister houses that kind of faced each other, and that's the one that they just did an exquisite remod on. They just finished a spectacular remod. It's kind of interesting because it's like you think that steel melted, but it bent because that was some sort of cementuous patio stuff that was up on the second floor or what have you, and it melted and it all just came down. When the wood went, all that concrete fell and landed on that beam, just buckled it. It's gonna be quite a bit more difficult cleaning off the side of this hill than it is on those flat parcels along PCH. You're gonna have a hard time getting a backhoe on this hill. The cleanup has begun, but there's a lot more to go.